All right. Good evening. So I am here now, prepared to undergo my strength training. And the focus for today is single limb strength training. Um, so some of the apparatus I'll be using, you should be able to see the chair in the shot. I have a bench. Don't know if you can see it fully, but bench here. And I have dumbbells, 35 pound, 15 pound. Now, in terms of application for me, the reason why I am focused on single limb unilateral movement, um, basically, while we are bipedal beings, when we basically undertake certain activities of daily living, such as picking up something from the floor, we can do that with one arm. Similarly, if it's a case that we are to move in any form of direction, what it may be, then obviously there will be one leg that will lead. So, in essence, ensuring that we have single limb strength specific for all planes of motion is relevant. And my focus in terms of training is not basically all about bodybuilding, it's about functional. So, set my watch for strength training, and we'll see how many calories I burn at the end of this period. So, warming up, marching on the spot, doing it for a time period, 1 minute. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, touch toes, stretch. 1 minute. All right, good. Jumping jacks. Good. Butt kicks. Heart rate 123. This movement primarily warming up my hamstring. Upper body movement. Warming up the back. Trapezius. Rhomboids. Deltoids. 15 seconds. Good. All right. Body weight squats. Heart rate 136. Seconds. Fifteen seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. High knees. $35 gone. Seconds. Good. Heart rate 159. Start shadow boxing. Hey, not today. All right. Nikasha, big up. Big up yourself, Nikasha. All right. Heart rate at 164. 6.5 minutes. Okay. So, in terms of my single limb strength training exercises now. So, I'm going to first start off with single leg deadlift. All right. I'm going to prime the musculature by doing it with body weight first, and then I progress to adding external load. So, hopefully you can see. One leg, let me start with the left. All right. Excuse me. All right, so if you don't know, single leg deadlift. Isometrically speaking, calves, hamstrings. In terms of dynamic movement, primarily via the hip joint, sacroiliac joint. So isometrics at the same time isokinetic. And in terms of the strengthening as well, it's not just concentric, but eccentric strengthening and loading of the hamstring is what's taking place. All right. So gonna move up to now 35 pound. And in terms of my rep range, the target is 10 reps. So strength to a lesser degree, endurance to a more major degree, hypertrophy. Okay, so let's deal with it now. See if you can see me. Let's shift over. Just look at it. All right. 6. I feel burn. 7. 8. 9. Oh. All right. 1, 2, 3. Got my sweat, man. 4. Whew. Hold it. 5. Again. 6. Again. 7. Alright. Starts to light up on fire, man. 8. 9. 10. Alright, so that's one set. Have 2 more sets of that. What I can tell you is that even the foot muscle them, I work hard to keep me stabilized. Basically, all of my foot muscle them, peroneals, soleus, gastrocnemius, the calf on a whole, from start them let up on fire, and then hamstring them start burn. All right, set number 2. So if you can see, I'm wobbling. That's the kind of fight my body a fight to keep stabilized. So as you can imagine, nervous system just the same is under pressure. Worse, you see me I sweat. Electrolytes leaving my body. It make it even harder. Boy. One more out. Next leg, same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, Boy. Foot up a touch going a while ago. 6, 7, 8. Don't worry about it. 9. Ah. Then you catch a feel the burn. Yeah, man, I feel it, man. I burn like fire. One more set. All right, last set now. Come in. 1, 2. Come in, youth. 3, 4. 5. Hold it. 6, 7, 8, 9. Ah. Next thing I know. 1, 2, 3. The leg, yeah. How do we go on? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. Boy. 9. 10. Oh my gosh. Alright, so just to make me realize, I don't know if you would have been doing, or if you would have done any of these exercises, or rather done this exercise. But there's a funny thing about our bodies. So I may be right-handed, but even so, left leg dominates with single limb exercises. It's important that you can check that out to know it yourself. The critical thing is to narrow the gap in terms of performance, strength, endurance between both limbs. Muscular imbalances, increased risk for injury that tend to occur when there's a wider discrepancy in terms of strength between limbs, strength, endurance, mobility, flexibility, etc. Hence, another reason why single limb training is important. All right. So, how am I going to do now? So, I have single leg squat. I want to use this chair. So, in terms of muscle recruitment or joints that predominantly work when you're doing the single leg deadlift, as you would have seen a while ago, knee flexion is not that great relative to what you're going to see with the single leg squat. So with a single leg squat, or we're squatting on a hole. Our hips have to end up in a flex position, knee end up flex position. Um, and basically, it's a case that we have to overcome those inertia forces, if you will, to move our body from that seated position to an upright position. All right, so the first set is with weight. Let's see. Can you see me where I am now? Let me go back a little more. Supposed to constantly from here, so now. One leg off. Excuse me. All right, then that. Next leg. So the reminder, left leg at the stronger leg. Let's see what the right leg does. So, yeah. Now I'm going to try it with the 35, front the body. Let's see, where am I based on what this watch is telling me? So, according to this watch, I've gone 21.5 minutes, 200 calories burned. Heart rate is now at 123, which basically is fat burning zone. All right, take on now with the 35. Oh, Lord. Boy. Seven rep. All right. Weak leg. was dancing a while ago. One more set. All right, youth, come on, youth. So feel that 7 rep a while ago. Target was 10. Eight reps on Monday. All right, do it. Next leg. Oh, I feel it. I feel it. Two more. Yeah. Goes what I was saying, feel like my dead. Yes. I know I want to go through Nikasha. I know I want to go through. Yeah. Get a fan. Yeah. But I don't really need it. It all comes back down to individuality. At the end of the day, I train for a particular purpose. And that's to be able to take any kind of stress I subject my body to. As it stands right about now, I'm not basically in a state of heat stress. Years me I go through this. So this a baby thing. All right. So now, what I'm going to attempt is the incline single arm push up. So I have a total gym bench here that I'll be using. Okay. It's the incline state. All right. All right. We're doing 8 reps. One set. One more set. All right, last set. 31 minutes, 267 calories. One more. All right. You know, wait up on still, Joel. What workout? All right, so one more exercise for this segment. We're going to do the single arm bent over row. No, I lie. It's not single arm bent over row. It's a reverse fly. So I'll be doing reverse fly instead of bent over row because in terms of the muscles activated in the bent over row, it's the same muscles that were primarily working isometrically when I was doing the deadlift, lats, traps. So I rather focus on abduction of the shoulder joint as my final move, my final exercise. So single arm. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait for 12, 11. One more. 12. so that when I get the plants them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. Feeling that, feeling that. All right, Nikasha. In terms of your question, does 1 calorie burnt at a workout determines their metabolic rate? Well, in a nutshell, yes. Calories burned. Basically, our body's metabolic system in terms of cooling down, thermoregulation, in terms of providing energy, whether aerobically, anaerobically. Pretty much the rate at which our body has to work to produce energy and get rid of metabolic rate and thermoregulate, pretty much the more energy we need to do that, and as such, that is represented as calories burned. So if the nature of the workout sends our heart rate into zones that are sub-maximum to maximum, as an example, then in so doing, we pretty much can be expending a lot more energy, and we can see that reflected as calories burned. But just the same, through resistance training, motor units or muscle fibers recruited require energy, and when it comes to recovery, requires the same kind of energy work in the context of lactate breakdown into carbon dioxide and water, in the context of ATP production, that in and of itself, just the same, is going to spike or push up our metabolic rate. So yes, the nature of the workout does determine how much calories we burn. All right, set number 2. Good. So one more set. I'm gonna move it to cool down. 300 calories gone. Approximately 38 minutes in. Yeah. Yeah, man, Nikash, no problem. All right, last set. Let me see. Right arm first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. One more. 12. Oh, mercy. Mercy, mercy, mercy. Yeah. So the main segment that done for exercise is basically single leg deadlift, single leg squat, assisted one arm push up, and a single arm reverse fly. Where I am right about now, I feel the fatigue. I mean, not overly muscularly fatigued, but neuromuscularly speaking, yeah, my nervous system fry. Um, but yeah, there's still more in the tank to go if I have to. And this is, in essence, uh, my way of testing where I am at the same time, knowing how to continuously push. If you just a forward, this was a single leg or a single limb strength dominant workout. And as I've indicated at the beginning of this workout session, the relevance is in the areas of activities of daily living when you need to walk, when you need to stand, change direction. One limb will dominate, followed by the other. So ensuring that you have that neuromuscular uh, adjustment, strength capacity, proprioception in place is critical to minimize the occurrence of you being injured. Many people at the gym, they spend a lot of time doing gross motor movements in just one plane of motion. And in essence, when it comes to being agile and doing body weight activities, that proves to be a challenge because at the end of the day, our bodies adapt specific to what we're subjected to. That's what we call the specificity principle of training. As I've indicated in a previous video, my purpose behind my training is to be functional. At the end of the day, I'm a martial arts student and also a self-defense instructor. And my body pretty much is my weapon. And everything else are attachments, extensions. So I have to ensure that I can be able to go above and beyond. And hence the reason why, as I have indicated earlier, when a person mentioned get a fan, as I've said, this is threshold training. If it's a case that you cannot subject your body towards sub maximum to maximum stress levels and stress zones, then in the heat of a moment where, God forbid, you have to defend yourself, and if it's hot time or a cold time, you're basically saying to me that you won't be able to function because your body is not accustomed to that. That's how you need to think about it. So at the end of the day, it's all about those specific. And as I said, this is my training. So take it into consideration. All right. Pretty much heart rate come back down and in the cool down zone now. So deep breaths. One more. What I also like to mention as well is if you're watching the stream and you are yet to subscribe, do go ahead. In terms of these workout activities, the plan is to keep up with it. But as I've indicated, I'm not going to have all of them available publicly on the YouTube platform. They will more so be on our website after we have done the live. So you won't see all of our workout sessions after we have completed them on YouTube. And just I keep the thing straight. At the end of the day, we have to manage our content. This is still my content. So who not like it, bite it. But thank you very much for tuning in. Big up yourself. Next time now you're supposed to step up on the road I run. Nekasha, yeah man, respect. Everybody else who comment, respect. Big up on yourself.